Hello everyone. In today's session, we are going to look at problems from Surds, which are often set in all competitive examinations. A surd is a number of the kind a plus root b, where a and b are positive integers. So as you can see, a surd has a rational part, which is a, and an irrational part, which is square root of b. For example, 5 plus square root of 24 is a surd. The problems they normally ask in competitive exams is to find out the square root of a surd like this. There are two different approaches to finding the square root of a surd like 5 plus square root of 24. The one is a shortcut. I'll show you the shortcut first. In the shortcut, what we do is you take the irrational part, which is root 24. You will write this irrational part as 2 multiplied by some irrational number. For that, this is what you do. You can split 24 as 4 multiplied by 6, which is square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 6. And square root of 4, as you know, is 2. So this will be 2 root 6. So square root of 24 is 2 multiplied by square root of 6. So the given surd will be like this. 5 plus 2 square root of 6. Now in the next step, split this number 6 inside the root sign as product of two numbers. See, 2 multiplied by 3. So that sum of these two factors, which is 5, and that's equal to this 5. That is a shortcut. And the answer will be square root of 2 plus square root of 3. That's all. Now I'll give you the longer approach to give you a logical explanation for the shortcut used here. So in the longer approach, what we do is write the square root of the surd given. See, this is the surd whose square root you are finding, but this can be expressed in this form. That's the first step. Then equate that to two numbers like this, where x and y are some integers. In the next step, square both sides. While squaring the left side, this root sign goes off and you will be getting 5 plus 2 root 6. On the right you get, this is in the form a plus b, the whole squared. So root x squared plus root y squared plus 2 root x root y. This implies left side is 5 plus 2 root 6. Right side, root x the whole squared is x. Similarly, the other one, y. Plus 2, you can write both the terms under the one root sign. Square root of xy. Left side is a surd. Right side is also a surd. Here the rational part is x plus y. And the irrational part is 2 root x y. So given two surds which are equal, you can equate the rational parts. That means x plus y equals 5, and the irrational parts are, let me write this first, 2 root xy equal to 2 root 6. Now to get rid of this root sign, this equation alone you square again. So square, square. Now squaring, you have 4. While squaring root xy, you get xy. The right side will be again 4. Root 6 will be just 6. Now you can cancel 4 and 4. So that xy equals 6. Now look at this. You got two equations. X plus y equals 5 and xy equals 6. Now basically what are we doing? We are finding the values of x and y and then substitute here to get the square root of this surd. Now look at this. There are two numbers whose sum is 5 and the product is 6. I have explained the method of finding the numbers in the shortcut. This implies x equals 2 and y equals 3. Their product is 6 and their sum is 5. And the final answer will be, see, this is equal to putting these values in place of x and y. You will get the final answer as square root of 2 plus square root of 3. This was the answer we had in the shortcut. So in competitive exams, you don't need to use this longer approach. Instead, use the method I discussed in the shortcut. I'll do one more example. In fact, a couple of examples to get an idea of the shortcut. Okay, look at another problem. Square root of 7 plus square root of 48. Now, in the first step, write the irrational part, which is square root of 48 as 2 multiplied by something. For that, split 48 as 4 multiplied by 12, which is root 4 multiplied by root 12. What is root 4? 2. The other one is 12. So this can be written as square root of 7. Root 48 is this much. So 2 multiplied by root 12. This is the first step in the shortcut. In the second step, you're finding the factors of 12, which are 3 and 4, so that product of these two will be 12 and the sum of these two will be 7. And the answer will be square root of 3 plus square root of 4. If you want, you can further simplify this as square root of 3. Root 4, as you know, is 2. This is the final answer. See, if you look at the factorization of 12, there are other ways also you can do the factorization. Say 6 multiplied by 2 or 12 multiplied by 1. We don't use these two because their sum is not 7. So you look for the factors of 12 so that the sum of those two factors turns out to be this number, the rational part of the surd. That's all. Let me work out a few more examples to help you get a better understanding of the shortcut method. Look at this problem. We're finding the square root of 8 minus 2 root 15. So what do you do in the first step? Split 15 into two numbers, 5 and 3, so that their product is 15 and their sum is, and the answer is square root of 5 minus square root of 3. Here the connecting sign is minus, so we use the same sign in the answer. That's all. See how simple it is. I'll do one more example. Square root of 10 minus 2 root 9. What is the first step? Split 9 into two numbers. See, here you can do only one kind of splitting, and that's 9 multiplied by 1. And when you look at the sum of these two numbers, that turns out to be 10. So the final answer is square root of 9 minus this minus and square root of 1. That is the second number. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 1 is 1. So you get 3 minus 1, which is 2. That is the final answer. I hope you will be able to handle problems of this kind in just a few seconds. Now we'll look at a slightly different problem. We are finding the square root of 30 plus 20 root 2. So what do we do in the first step? Take the number 20 root 2 and write it as 2 multiplied by a rational number. For that, write 20 as 2 multiplied by 10. Then comes square root of 2. Then what do you do? 10 you can write as square root of 100. Then comes square root of 2. See, root of 100 multiplied by root of 2. You can bring these two numbers under the same root sign. And you have 100 multiplied by 2. This is equal to 2 square root of 200. So this number will be square root of 30 plus 2 square root of 200. In the next step, what do? You will split 200 as product of two numbers. See, you can split it in many ways. We will use this splitting, 20 and 10, so that their product is 200 and sum is 30. Can you see that? That is the next step. Then the final answer will be square root of 20 plus square root of 10. That's all. Maybe this will take at the most 20 to 30 seconds. That's all. I'll continue with Surds in my next video, and there I will be dealing with a few other problems from Surds which are normally asked in competitive exams. So please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of my next video and so many others I'll be putting out in my channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.